Hello and welcome to your weekly piano tutorial here at the ARC. I'm Amy Riffle-Kouyeas, the piano and voice instructor here at the ARC in Snohomish, Washington. Although you can probably tell we are not at the ARC this week. With all of the hubbub going on at my house with Thanksgiving preparations, everything is just crazy and busy, so I snuck out of the house and came to church where I could get a little peace and quiet at the piano. Again, with it being Thanksgiving, I thought it would be fun to take a look at one of my favorite Thanksgiving songs that my small kids do. I have taken it from the Bastion Piano Basics piano book, the primer level. It's called Thanksgiving Turkey. So to begin with, as we look at it, there are a couple of new concepts that young pianists have to address. First of all, the G position is relatively new. If we begin with our hands in our C position, our hands move in separate directions. The left hand moves down to have the pinky start on G and the thumb is on D. The right hand moves up to have the thumb on G and the pinky on D. And both hands have G, A, B, C, and D under their fingers. So they're separated. The other new concept that we need to take into account is eighth notes are relatively new. So you have to be able to fit two eighth notes in the space of one quarter note. So if this is your quarter note, this is your beat, so you got to fit two eighth notes in there. Two eighths, two eighths, two eighths, two eighths, quarter, 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 two eighths, two eighths, two eighths, two eighths, quarter, 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 quarter. Okay, so now if we look at this piece, you can see there are 4 beats in a measure. So let's go ahead and clap our rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarter, 2 eighths, half, note, quarter, quarter, half, note, quarter, 2 eighths, quarter, 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 2 eighths, half, note, quarter, 2 eighths, half, note, quarter, quarter, half, note, quarter, 2 eighths, quarter, 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 2 eighths, half, notes. Great. So, since we just managed to clap through the whole piece, you've had a chance to look through the whole thing, and as you can see, the first 2 measures are identical to the first 2 measures of the second line. And the second 2 measures of the first line are the same as the second 2 measures in the second line. So it's basically one whole line that repeats. And one of the nice things about it repeating is that if you can focus on just the first 2 measures and get those really good and solid, you've already learned half the piece. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with our left hand notes. So first of all, let's read them. We're starting on G, and then we are skipping the space and going to B. We're stepping up to the next note, which is C, stepping up to the next line, which is D. And then we're jumping down a fourth, so D, C, B, A is our fourth, walking up to B, walking up to C. So this is what it sounds like. The first 2 measures of Thanksgiving Turkey. Good job. So the last 2 measures that the left hand plays, it's an open fifth, okay? So it's the interval of a fifth, it's a G and a D, and it sounds like this. It is. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's take a look at the right hand. So the right hand doesn't come in until measure 3. And the right hand starts on G, it skips the space to B, so it skips A and goes to B, and then it walks up to C, walks up to D, it repeats D, and then it jumps down a fourth, so D, C, B, A, and then it steps up to B, steps back down to A, and steps down to G. So here is what that sounds like. again, if you practice, break it into 2-measure groups. Do the first 2 measures 3 times. Do it again. One more time. That's 3 times. And then if you do the next 2 measures 3 times, that's 1. That's 2. There's 3. And then you can put the whole line together 3 times, and that's basically the whole song. So here is what it sounds and looks like. And I will take the repeat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you practice.